So, what actually would happen if MatPat and Mr. Beast ran for president? Ampkiller says the world would go to hell and you'd start a purge on all three. Okay, but if I'm being honest, I would vote MatPat over Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast would put us in a simulation. Mr. Beast would be like, something like this, like last person to take their hand off this Toyota Prius gets to stay in America. Everyone else gets deported. That'd be terrible, but you never know. Y'all, but I'm watching this video. We're going to be reacting to this. Is MatPat seriously running for president in 2028? This is by More Rendu. Y'all, this is by More Rendu. Whoever that is, it's a YouTuber. Looks like a pretty chill guy, if you ask me. But honestly, yeah, I would vote for MatPat. A bunch of theories will be solved if MatPat's president. Maybe, I don't know though. But honestly, I would think that like the people that grew up watching MatPat would be able to vote in that election, right? So maybe MatPat would win. Like, like this in theory. That's a president theory, y'all. That's a president theory. In theory, I think a bunch of the people that grew up watching MatPat would be old enough to vote by 2028 and would be voting for MatPat. But here's the video, y'all. Here is the video.
MatPat just shook the internet and announced his entry into US politics. But what is he doing? People in the replies of this tweet are visibly excited, but understandably confused. Some people even think that this is the start of his campaign for presidency, and while it's not at that level yet, the reality is that it can absolutely be the start of an ambitious political career. My name is Renu, and if you find this breakdown helpful, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more stories like this. Let's break down exactly what's going on and get right into it. Now, if you don't
be the political party MatPat would be a part of. The theory party, I don't know, dude. Like, what would it be? You'd rather have GP for president? I would vote GP for president. Only problem is he's Canadian. But no. If GP runs for Prime Minister of Canada, I will go and I will get Canadian citizenship just to vote for him. I will go and get Canadian citizenship just to vote for GP Does as Prime Minister of Canada. But yeah, let's vote. Let's vote GP. Let's vote GP for American president. Make America great again for real this time, y'all.
Don't know, MatPat is one of YouTube's largest creators. He's most known for his 19.6 million subscriber channel, The Game Theorist, but he's not just a silly gaming YouTube channel. He owns and manages several other channels about topics like film, food, and style. So what is MatPat doing? MatPat is helping to...
You know what I think? MatPat would, like, stuff like the Epstein files and stuff like that, MatPat would drop that immediately. He would let everyone know it. Because it's a theory, technically. Everyone has their own theories about what happened on Epstein Island. And everyone has their own theories about what happened, like, the JFK files and stuff like that. So, MatPat would expose those theories. MatPat would let everyone know the truth. Right? And weed would be legal and we would be his bodyguards. That's true. That's true. Weed would be legal. And yes, I would be a part of the Secret Service.
To launch a bipartisan caucus within the House of Representatives.
As for GP, by the way, he'd make weed legal.
It's a lot of words, but let's break it down slowly. So what's important to note is that this is bipartisan, meaning that it intends to and has the support of both major political parties within the United States. That being
recreational use, yeah. So my thing is, okay, my question is, would he really get support from both parties? Because technically, what would he be like unbiased as of what he does? Because if he's getting support from the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, he has to be unbiased because the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are so separated. They are so anti each other that I really don't think that one one candidate would get support from both sides. Like Democrats believe a completely different thing than what Republicans believe. So I don't really think ever in the history in the future. Sorry, I don't think ever in the future will one candidate be accepted by both political parties. But watch me be wrong if something like this happens. But I honestly don't see it happening.
being the Democrats and the Republicans. And
Ah,
we have
two
good
scary
reason to
people.
believe it's bipartisan too, because this press conference was jointly held, notably by Beth Van Dyne and Yvette Clarke. These are congresswomen who are within the House of Representatives, who are in charge of making laws and policies and getting them to pass through Congress. So, what is a caucus? A caucus within the House of Representatives is a group
Hey,
of
votes.
lawmakers who share a
Uh,
common interest or policy goal. Caucuses consist of lawmakers in Congress. These are formal members,
Fauna.
and they're meant to represent the interests of certain people, and in this case, content creators. They work with outside stakeholders like MatPat and Steph in order to be better informed on topics that interest content creators so that they can better represent them. So, what topics and issues are important to the Creator Economy Caucus?
Climate change.
In the video, MatPat talked.
Nah, but I think if Matt Pat was president, he should make small content creators like make it to where small content creators are like able to be recognized. You know, he seems like the kind of person that would do that. I think Matt Pat would actually be a decent candidate for president. So I'm just being honest. Like if we had the option, like if it was like a realistic option, I think Matt Pat could do it.
Talks about the following issues.
Online privacy, responsible use of AI, addictive algorithms, protection of children on the internet, the list goes on and on.
He makes a case that content creators have had direct
Also, I don't know jack shit about politics, so whatever he says, I guess go with that. I'm just here to react to it.
contact with issues that actually affect pretty much everyone within the United States in this age of the internet. Think about DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and how it was passed in 1998 and is still active today. Think about all the issues that have come with it and the legal battles that have fought about it within just YouTube alone.
That reminds me, I'm not going to get a copyright strike for reacting to this, right? I hope not.
Now you might be thinking, does the CEC represent me, the viewer? Yes and no. The Creator Economy Caucus, by its name, is meant to represent the interests of content creators. This might mean things like raising awareness on certain issues, like how content creators might want to be included under the no tax on tips clause, or
I hope not,
revenue
Adam.
splits from major platforms, or maybe a redraft of the DMCA. On its face, their job is to let the House
I
know
probably won't.
exactly what content creators think about certain laws being passed. But MatPat specifically names issues that content creators have had direct contact with, so like online privacy, AI, protecting children on the internet, like I mentioned before. If you're watching this video, then that means you're on the internet. You consume content every minute you are online almost. So chances are this directly impacts you. Having freedom on the internet, artists competing against AI, your little brother, sister, cousins, or your child spending too much time on TikTok or YouTube and rotting their brain. All of these are
That's so relatable. Like I could spend hours just doom scrolling through like YouTube or TikTok. Like all of a sudden the day is gone. It's kind of depressing. But hey, that guy, how are you? I feel like since I've been working, and going to work and doing stuff like that, I think it's kind of helped me a little bit. But yeah, the internet sucks a lot of the time. There are some pretty shitty people on the internet, a bunch of predators and stuff like that. Like Roblox is especially bad nowadays. Like I've seen all kinds of examples of people catching predators on like Roblox and Discord. And I saw this thing where like there was a bot that would get rid of Discord predators, but Discord took it down. So, yeah, I don't know what Discord was going on with Discord there. And the average Discord moderator is a predator, so yeah. Um, That's a known fact. Not all of them, but a lot of them for some reason. But just shitty people on the internet, and it's internet's so addictive. Like the internet's so addictive. I know I'm sounding like a freaking mom right now, but it really is. It really is a problem. The fact that everyone is brain rot and will grow up to be a doctor, dude. Like people are using AI to get through school. People are using AI to get through school, and just imagine like you're about to have brain surgery, and you hear your doctor saying, "Hey, ChatGPT, how do I fucking do a brain surgery?" Like, um, I'd rather fucking peacefully die than have you kill me by being an idiot not knowing how to do fucking brain surgery. Something like that. I don't know. But it's just with AI, like people are cheating their way through school and stuff like that. Like we have school for a reason. Again, I'm sounding like a mom, but at the same time, we have school for a reason. Hey, Peyton, how are you? We have school for a reason. So like, don't use AI to get your way through medical school and shit like that. Like that shit's scary, bro. That shit's scary because these are gonna be the doctors of the future, bro. These are gonna be the people that are gonna be well, like when I'm 80 years old and I need like a fucking hip replacement. This generation is gonna be the generation that's gonna have to do that. And if they're using ChatGPT to get through all that stuff, like no, my hip can go fucking die in a hole. I'm not dealing with that shit. Good. How am I? Imagine brain rot teachers, dude. Hey class, today we're learning about the history of Skibbity Toilet. So back in 2023, the fuck boom invented Skibbity Toilet. Anyway, guys, for today's assignment, we're going to be having a Mog battle. Everybody do your mewing. That's your homework. Like, no, I don't want to have brain rot teachers in the future. Nice headset, thank you.
Issues that people online are very likely to have a deep interest in.
What happened
On
to
its
the audio?
most fundamental are issues
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. What the hell?
that people online are very likely to have a
Jesus
deep
Christ.
interest in. On its most fundamental level, this will directly influence the content creators that you subscribe to, and so it will absolutely influence the content that you consume. The outreach is massive. Now you might be thinking, why do content creators matter? Aren't they just a disruptive group of people on the internet making clickbait and doing anything for views? Well, no. Content creators aren't just this colorful cast of people you see on online platforms. With a significant following, they're independent small business owners on its face, producing merchandise and providing effective outlets for advertisers to put their brand on. Not only that, large enough creators hire people from video editors to cameramen. Not only that,
what is bro's hair? Y'all see that? Can the YouTube chat see that? Y'all, what is bro's? Y'all, that's a fucking jump scare right there. That's a jump scare, bro. What the hell? At her face, bro. What is that face she's making, bro? Oh, hell nah. That's crazy. Don't mean to clown on these people, but good lord.
Hire people from video editors to cameramen to technical and production engineers that can manage a live stream. According to 2024 US YouTube Impact Report,
Bro got the bikini bottom hair. That's actually one of the best comments I think I've ever seen. That's awesome. That's just awesome. That's funny.
YouTube's creative ecosystem contributed $55 billion to the US GDP, supporting the equivalent of 490,000 full-time jobs in the United States, and that's only what YouTube sees. The potential for creator economy jobs in the United States, and that's only what YouTube.
They're legendary Amoeba sisters, bro. We watch those guys in our biology class. We watch them. They're awesome. I really like their animation style, y'all.
The potential for creator economy caucus is huge. If the House and other political figures regard it seriously, then you have to think about the kind of soft power and influence that MatPat will have and the other content creators that he lets in on the operation. Political candidates and representatives can theoretically get free advertising and outreach using his platform. Be honest, before this, have you ever heard
It's just like how Trump used like TikTok to like gain younger voters. I'm pretty sure that was a part of his plan. Like he used TikTok because there's a bunch of like little kids on TikTok, and they're gonna be like going up to their parents like, vote for this orange guy. He sounds like he has some really good ideas. Vote for the orange dude. But $55 billion is crazy. Imagine having kids and out there acting like they're gang members. Bro, they are not from the old block, bro. Whatever that means. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. I don't know. I hope I didn't offend anyone out there. But yeah, I don't know, dude.
of
That's for a whole different video.
Beth Van Dyne or Yvette Clarke? Probably not, but now their names are on your radar, and that's exactly the kind of influence creators can have. This one tweet over the announcement of a political caucus that half the people replying don't even know what a political caucus is has over 11
I have no idea what a political caucus is. I'm just watching the video, dude.
million views at the time of writing. How many people, other than MatPat, have a way to get that many people to watch one thing? Imagine if he was announcing a campaign to become U.S. president. The internet would
dude, I swear if like, I swear to God, dude, if we have a Gen Z president at some point, right? We're gonna have eventually we're gonna have a Gen Z president, and they do something like change the Gulf of, how Trump changed the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. I swear, if someone changes the Gulf of America to like the fucking Gulf of Skibbity Toilet, I'm moving out of America. I am leaving the country. That would be too much. Like, I am not living in a country with the Gulf of Skibbity Toilet. Bro, that is not happening.
Explode. The CEC's main prerogative is to educate lawmakers on the issues that matter to creators. And the issues that matter to creators can be the issues that matter to you. Actually, it absolutely would be, because you consume a lot of the content on the internet. Creators can gauge their community's concerns through metrics like watch time and engagement, data that can offer real insight into what online audiences care about. If you're an artist or video editor, script writer, cameraman, or just someone who posts things online, and if you receive just a single penny from ad revenue, this matters to you. The potential for the CEC's outreach is enormous, and the amount of influence they can hold over lawmakers is potentially scary, but hopefully the fact that this group is intended to be bipartisan will mean that it involves itself directly related to issues on digital media or the creator ecosystem, so that creators everywhere and their audience can feel like they have a say in politics. What I really like about this move personally is that it can inspire generations of people to have an actual interest in politics and how we make our laws and how they can become active within this sort of realm. So final question, which I said I would answer in the beginning, is MatPat running for president? No.
Probably not.
But notably, this could be the humble beginnings of a political career. Most politicians begin by championing a niche issue and founding advocacy coalitions, caucuses, or nonprofits. Examples include Elizabeth Warren, who eventually helped create the CFPB before running the Senate.
Look at her bottom teeth, dude. Look at her bottom teeth compared to her top teeth. Like, her bottom teeth are yellow and her top teeth are like wide as hell. What the hell, dude?
Or Andrew Yang, who ran a nonprofit and advocated for UBI, Universal Basic Income, before running in the Democratic Party presidential primary.
Don't even get me started on brain rot movies. Like, don't it, bro? No. Hollywood is enough already. We don't need brain rot movies, dude.
20. So you never know. He could be setting all that up. But that's just a theory. A game theory, if you will. If you found this breakdown helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more videos on interesting topics like this. My name is Renu, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Yo, that's crazy. Whoa, okay. Anyway, man, brain rot movies are. I swear, if I go into a computer in like 2048, and there's like a movie called like the Skibbity Sigma movie. I'm boycotting Hollywood. I'm boycotting Hollywood. I'm not gonna allow that. I'm not going to allow that.